Hi everyone, my name is Linda Boyne from Specialist Training, and welcome to your slightly delayed PowerPoint proficiency course. So this is really getting you to understand how PowerPoint works. We've only got 30 minutes, so hopefully give you a good start, and you can do that with PowerPoint. It's a great application to actually go through and use. So let's have a look first of all. So here we are. We've got our PowerPoint screen open, and I'm using the Office 365 version. So what that means is that anything up to 2007 will work with this application. So anything you're learning it will be fine with this version, so don't worry about that. So quick run through the screen and how it looks. I always think that's important for people, because you really don't know sometimes all the parts, and when you're looking for information you can't always tell. So we've got the title bar in orange at the top of the screen, and you've got your autosave. That, because of the version I'm using, can be on or off. I've got it turned off at the moment because I don't want it changing. And then you've got a little save button. Moving along, you've got undo, redo, and then you've got like a little pull down. And that is also so you can start your presentation. I'll just move the mouse over it so you can have a look. And it starts from the beginning. So a little tooltip comes up. And then you've got a spell check along there as well. But you've also got, this is what's known as your quick access toolbar that I've just gone through with you. And it'll give you information regarding that. It'll tell you it's presentation number 1. Like all of the Microsoft applications, it increments them, so 1's the first one going forward. You've got a little search bar. If you wanted to find out information, you can click into there and search. It's registered to me, Linda Boyne, and then you, over on the very right hand side, you've got your all favourites, your minimise, your restore, and your close. So moving on, we've got the tabs along the top, or menu as they used to be called. And as you click onto any one of these, it will change the ribbon. So can you see, if I click onto insert, how that ribbon changed? So you've got home, and again that changed again. So each one of these, and again this is something that Microsoft standardized upon a few years ago, so that you could learn something in one application and take that learning, certainly regarding the menus, to another with only very few changes. So that's a great one to have. So and we'll be looking at those as we work through this presentation. So you can see here what we've got is the first part of this home. Again, we've got the cut, copy and paste. So the ribbon here, moving on to all about the slides and how the slides actually look. And then we move on to the fonts. You can see they're all greyed out because we've got nothing in there at the moment. So it changes the size, the colour. You can do strike throughs, the same as in all the other applications. Then we come on to the paragraph side, and the paragraph is all around the spacing, the alignment. Then we go on to drawing, find and replace, even dictate. You can use that in here. And this new one here, this is relatively new, design ideas, and that's a great one. You can do a presentation and think, hold on, that's not quite right, and you can have it change, and that's really, really useful for you. I'm going to go back over now to File, and the reason I'm going over to File is because when we start a presentation, we've got choices, and you can see here it's telling me good afternoon, what we're in, and it's got new, and the first one on the new is blank presentation, and that's what we were in just a moment ago. And then it gives all these different presentations, so you don't have to redo, make different ideas up yourself. You've got lots of things that you can have in here, and you can see there's even more. These are called themes, and there's even more themes there available to you. Then as we move down, you can see the recommended for you. So as we move over to the left hand side of the banner, you can see there we've got home, new, or open. Now it's on open at the moment, and you can see that I've got presentations already opened for me. Just below that, you've got over on the left, you've got recent, pinned and shared. So recent presentations that I might have used, you can see there's the first one. And if I decided, hold on, I want to use that again, I can do. I can just pin it and it will be up at the top and it's there for me. So I can use it over and over again. And then as we come down, going through the banner again, we've got our save and save as, and then print and share. They're the main things that we're looking at here. So I'm going to go back onto our presentation slide. So notice as we get into the body of a slide, it's got click here to add a title, I'll click to add a subtitle, and then over on the left hand side we've got a mini slide. So the screen is split. So you've got your slides, and you can see it's number 1, and then you've got what's on that slide. So if I click into that box as it's asking it me to, and I'll say, type in presentation skills, and then click in to add a subtitle, and obviously you're going to make these all relevant to yourself, and I can just type in my name. So I've typed it, and you can see as soon as you've done that, on the slide 1, over in the pane, the view pane, you can see the presentation skills has come up there, and it's given us. Now when we're doing the slides within PowerPoint, what we've got, and let's have a look at how this actually works now. So we're on the home tab, yeah, and you can see that the first one I went up to, it said the clipboard and all around it, but the second part is all about the slides. So you can see that I've got a new slide option. Notice also the Control M, that's something I use all the time. I like shortcut keys. You've got there a reuse slides. That's another great one to use. So say you've done a presentation already and you think, actually that presentation I did last week was really good to the team. I might use that again. So go on, use that one, and they'll come over on the right hand side and you'll be able to pick them out. So it's good. Moving over, then you've got a layout, a reset, or a section. So the most important one for us here is the first one. And that gives us the different layouts. So when you're doing a presentation, automatically it puts in the title slide. So it thinks, right, okay, that's what I want to do. Then we go on to title and content, headers, two contents, a comparison, title only, or blank. Now a blank one's also a good one to have because you can put some different things in there. Okay, I'll come back to that one in a minute. So you can see that this is great. So I want to actually now put another slide in here. So I'm going to click on the new slide, and you can see now it's gone off from the first one. It's numbered at number 2, and it's given me a slide. Now notice that the layout is exactly the same. It's got, let me go on to it because you can see it's moved on from the title, so it's the title and content now, which is great. But I don't want that. I'm just to say, right, I might want a blank one. So you can see how quickly you can change it. So you can decide as you're going through what to do. So I might say, hold on, I was mistaken in there. I do want the title and content. So this is where you build up your presentation. One of the things to do when you're building up a presentation though is really plan out what you're going to do, and you can do that very quickly, and then you can go and plan and put all your text in, your data in, your pictures and everything else. Put them in first, because then you can add everything else on. But it really does make a difference for you and makes it easier, so you can get the flow right for your presentation. Could be you just want to do something very quickly, and you can do that as well. But if you're doing it for a serious matter and it's important, then do plan out that to what you've got to do. So here, so in presentation skills, of course, I'm going to put in just another heading, and then I can put the different parts. I'll call the first one introduction, main body, follow up, review. So you can make any number, and notice how also it puts in the sizes as well, because you can see the body, because it's in a title, it's 0.44, it's calibre light heading, and as we go into the second part, of our slide. It's telling you it's Calibra, it's 28, so it automatically reduces the size of those as well. Yeah. If you want to at any time create other slides, there are different ways of doing it. I can right click, and you can see once I've right clicked on the side, I can cut, copy, paste a new slide, reuse slides. I can duplicate a slide. Yeah. Right click again, I can put a new slide in, and a new slide comes on there as well. So on this new slide, I might say, right, okay, notice how it looks blank, but it's not when you move over to the slide. So I'll change the layout on that one to make that a definite blank one. So very, very quickly, we've built up 4 slides without much to do at all on anything. So that's how quick you can do a presentation. When we get to this part though, we're saying, hold on, that looks pretty plain. So let's see what else we can do. So let's go back now onto our tabs, our menus along the bottom. So we can see there we've done home, the insert. Yeah, there's nothing much on there we want to do because we want to really think about the design. So I'm going to click onto the design tab, and then you can see all these designs. Now what these are quick ways to go through and add some colour to your presentation. And if you don't like them, you can see you only literally have to hover over and they bring them into you. So they really are useful. So you decide which one you like the best, and then you can click on that, and notice as soon as you apply it, it's then put it on for everything. So it really is good. Yeah, saves you having to do lots and lots of work. So you can see it's applied to every slide, even the one that's blank. Okay, so let's go back to home now and have a look at that. So when we've gone to the home, you can see we've got all the different parts in there. And on home as well, we've got a drawing box as well. So we can use that one. Within most of the Microsoft applications, there is always more than one way of getting to a different place. So we can do it from here. We've got a text box, we've got lines, we've got ordinary boxes, stars, and what have you. And then we've got some drawing tools, and again with the design that we've been on. So let's have a little look at it on here as well. So I get a line, and notice how very quickly we can put the line on, and as soon as I let go of that, it then changes automatically. And you notice how quickly that did that? So it took from that box that I clicked on the home, it then took what I'd clicked on and drawn with, it then opened out another menu shape to me. So I can say, right, okay, do I want to change the colour of the line? Yeah, whatever I want to do. And I'm going to click on the little A, which is a text box, and watch what happens when I put the text box in. And that allows me to type some text in. And then click away from it, and it moves it away. So it's really a nice one to go through and use. And as soon as I click away, notice that extra menu has gone. So that's really very, very useful again. So let's have a look what else we can put in here. So as I go on to insert, and this is anything we want to insert within our slides. It could be we do shapes. So I can click onto the shapes, and you can see that recently used shapes is up there as well. We've got basic shapes, we've got whatever, little smiley faces. And we move that up, and so it makes it into a little, not so smiley face. You can change anything that you want on there. Now you can change the colours just by going on to the menu. You can see that's changing as I'm going along. So they're all preset. But you can change even the fill. So you want to do different shapes and different colours. The outline, the weight. You can do a very thick line within it as well. So the beauty of this is you click on to an object that you've drawn, yeah, or that you've inserted, and then you can go to the menus, or you can always use the right click and find out the different options that are also in there. Click away. Okay, and I go back onto insert. And again, there are so many different things that you can, the different shapes that you've got. Let's do a banner shape. And again, you can change the colour, shape effects, soft edges. So you can really make a big difference to all the things that you're actually doing. So the thing to remember is click to make it active, and then you can change, size it however you want. Notice as I'm sizing also you get a guideline coming on the slide itself, and that tells you where you're actually fitting the slide to, yeah, where it's going horizontal or vertical. So it's shaping it up for you. So go back onto insert. Let's have another look what we've got here. We've got some icons. Now again, this depends on which version you've got as to which one. You've got images that you've got in there, you've got your icons, you've even got cutout people. But it again depends on which version you've got and what license you've got. So if I wanted this person to go on, I can click onto it and choose insert. And you can see that lady. And now if I want to move her, that's come full size, and that's what normally happens. Because of that, yeah, I go, hold on, I don't want to move her, have her standing there. I want to move her across. So I can click and hold and drag. And also, if I want to drag a smaller, again, get the handles, any of the corners, or where you've got the circles, you can change and move her around. So doing that is really useful as well. So the insert's got lots and lots of things on that you can go and do. You can put headers and footers in from here as well. You can insert on the slides as you're working through. You can put a date and time, and you've got your text box there again. And charts, you can put charts in as well, and smart art. And that's a little hard to say. Good job I've not been drinking today. So we've got a list there. Yeah. Different shapes that we've got. And you can see, again, you can see the size it is and change it down. One of the things to do is that as you change it down, you can have it changed down depending if you want to hold your control key down. And that will change, each side's all the same. That'll do it relatively to the size of it. So you can see by doing different drawings there, you can very quickly make a difference to the slides that you've got. Okay, and I'm actually going to create a new slide, and I'm going to use the shortcut key now. And I've just pressed Control and M to give me a shortcut. Okay, and again, notice what it's done on that one. The layout. Let's just go and check out which one it is. It's just a blank. That's the one that's highlighted. And again, I could change that to content or a comparison. So again, put your titles in. And you can carry on doing putting your different comparisons in. So you can see how they all start to look. And again, if I want to go up a new slide, I go up that way, and I can just choose the title and content to go through. And the slides now are moving. Yeah, so now we're able to scroll down using our mouse scroller. Also, just at this point, to remind you that over at the very bottom corner, we've got different views. Can you see that? We've got a normal view, we've got a slide sorter view. That's where the slides all come together. we've got a reading view, and we can increase the size of the slide itself. But we can do that if we hold down the control key and use the mouse roller. We can increase the size of the slides to suit. Yeah, the slide sorter, I'll just go into that view at the moment by clicking on it. This is good if you're going through your presentation and you think, well, actually, that's not really what I wanted. I've got 2 of those. Or I might want that this presentation, I might not want that for the next one. So you can choose to, maybe hide one or delete them, whatever you want. Or you can select them all. And one way to do that is you do Control and A. And again, that's something that you will have done in Word or Excel. And it selects all the slides for you. And then you can do something different with them. You delete them all or whatever you want to do. So this one, I might want to maybe hide the slide. So I don't want it to be seen when I run my presentation. So I'll click on the hide slide. And notice how it's got the strike through now on the number. So we've only got 1, 2, 4, 5 and 6 are going to run. Yeah. And if you want to go back and see the normal view, again you can go down to the bottom, or you can go to view on the menu. And you can see there are all the views that you've got that we can see down the corner. And that's just a thing for whatever you want it to be. Yeah, whatever your preference really. So I'm going to go back on to home now. So I might want to say, right, okay, I've done my design, and I'm really maybe want to just run the slide and see what it's like. And you can see how quickly we have actually created those slides. Really hasn't taken long at all. I know it's not brilliant, but very quickly you could do a presentation. And once we've started running it, you can either use that from the menu bar, or you can press the function key F5 and that will go through. And this is where you would start. You could even put animation, if I could say that word. And then as it goes through, the last screen will always go blank. So back up to the top again. So remember that one. So we've got the choice. We can go from the very start on our title bar at the top, press the function key F5, whichever. It doesn't really matter. Or you can go to a particular slide, and if you press Shift and F5, it will run from that point onwards. So F5 runs it from the beginning, Shift F5 runs it from the point that the slide that you're already on. You've also got, I've just pressed the B for black. And what that done, if you were doing a presentation, you might say, right, okay, I just wanted to black screen when I wanted to talk to the delegates or whatever. And it can B for black puts it on again. Or you can do W for white. That just makes a white screen. W for white. So it's a toggle on, toggle off button. And if you want to get out of the presentation at any time, just press the escape key and you're back into the screen as it is. But PowerPoint, that's a very quick overview of what's available to you. Yeah, so you can see that you could set up a slideshow in literally minutes, provided you've done some work and you know what you're going to do, but you can set it up in literally minutes. And that's without actually doing any transitions, animations, or anything else that you want to actually go through and do. Transitions, that just means how something actually comes in. It might fade in, wipe through, and when you're running the slideshow, that's when that'll show up. Okay, because we'd can you see there? I've selected on the fade, and now I'll preview it. And you see it goes off. No, it was very, very quick on that case. So you can actually go through and you look over on the right hand side, you can see the duration. So you can make these much more quick and apply to everything. So this is how the slide comes in. You can have it coming in different shapes, flashing through, flashing out, or whatever. So that's the transition. So they affect the actual slide and what happens to that slide and how it appears during the presentation. We've also got there then animations. I'm just going to go move up onto, or move down. Probably that's the better one to do. So I might want to put an animation on something. So again, very similar to what we are on the slides, but they can, if I click on one, you can see that she turns and grows. Or if I click on that one, you swivel, and there she is dancing, or bouncing through. And again, you can change how that works, the speed of it works, the delay, and everything else that you need to add in there. So there's lots of things that you can add in on there. So it's just a wipe through, splitter, and you can see how they float in. These are great, and when you first start using PowerPoint, and years ago when I used to train this on a regular basis, like every day, it was, people used to spend ages doing that and they absolutely loved it. But in reality, it does know as well, because if you're sitting through a PowerPoint presentation, it soon loses everything in terms of when you've got so many animations or transitions coming in. So you've got to be very, very careful about doing it. Not to say they're good, and some people have got brilliant ones, but you've got to be careful and mindful of what people are using it for and how you want them to see everything. Notice now on my screen, can you see on here where the lady is, it's got a number 1. And as I clicked on that, did you see that on the ribbon, the bounce came up? And I'll click on the number 2 now, where the smiley face is, and you can see that one is floats in. We also have what's known as an animation pane, and you can see there that splits the screen again, and it tells you it's a picture. So we'll click on the picture, and it's telling you, and also the start of the frame and how long it lasts. And can you see how a mouse has gone to a drag? I can drag that frame out. Same with this smiley face. So you can really, there's lots, you can really spend a lot of time, and some people do them so brilliantly. They really do have these coming in, but it takes a lot of time to do that. So again, you've got to bear in mind what you want to achieve. So as you click on these, you can change the order of how they come along. So you can drag that up. You see the smiley face has gone to the first one, so that now is gone to number 1, and that's number 2. That won't have changed what happens to them in terms of the animation, but it will in terms of what happens. So she's still bouncing, she's going to still bounce in. Okay, we'll just go off that one. So you can see that really is good. Same with if we want to change the colours of something. Again, I can choose format the shape, and notice how it's now we've got the format shape coming over in this pane over on the right hand side, and we get more options coming here. So we've got a fill coming down here, and the fill at the moment is a solid fill. So, or we can have no fill, solid, or gradient. And these are lovely. This is where you can get some really nice, and you can change the gradient and everything else. You can have a picture. You can have patterns. You can have a slide background. You can also change the line and everything else on there. So you can see we've got lots and lots of different options for yourselves. Change even the picture colour that you want to go through. You can recolour. So it really is. It's not one that is for the faint-hearted, but it's great to be able to create something that you can see really a very powerful presentation for other people, especially if you're doing sort of I don't know, some work for trying to think of what you could use it for. for anything where you're selling brochures or catalogues or anything like that, where you've got pictures coming on. So it really is good for that. Right, go back up to the presentation. Let's just see how that runs now. So I'm going to press my function F5 key, and notice as I'm moving through, I'm clicking on. I'm going to come back to this in a moment where we've got the introduction and main body. I'm just going to click through them now. And notice that 3 of the features that I had on this blank page have all just come in at the same time. But then the next one was the smiley face, or not so smiley face. And then we had the lady dropping in. And the next one. And then the blank screen at the exit. Yeah, so when you're using these, I said there's lots that you can do. Anyone who's in magazines and everything is a great one to actually go through and do. I'm just going to click onto my slides, and we've got some. Let's see this one. Presentation skills. So this is a presentation skills that one I prepared earlier. And notice now that you've got in this first page you've got a background, because what you can do also is you can change the background of your slides, the different ones that you can go through. Let me just run through this one so you can actually see what's happening. So can you see how the text is coming in on the click of the mouse? And where it's got the word recognise, you can see also that that's coming in a letter by letter. So you can see the difference on the different slides and what you can do when you go through and create a presentation. And if you want to go back to your previous presentation, it'll be down at the bottom, you just click onto it and there. The other one you can have, now we've got this one, change that one. I talked about design ideas. I'm going to click on this one. So what I've done, I've clicked onto the design ideas, and can you see now how it's working? So it's picked up the first slide and it goes, hold on, what is it that you want to do? It's noted that you're doing presentation skills, and very cleverly it's going, hold on, do you want that one in? So it's making it relevant to what you do. So each slide you can go through and change. So as I clicked on the second one, notice how it's completely different to the first. And because it's text, and I can do another one, you can have the same, different colours. Now this one, because we have just objects in here and a picture, it can't come up with any ideas, so there isn't any more, so you have to do that yourself. And whether there be anything for the last one, because there's not much in there, it really can't come up. But you can see how clever it was to pick up where we've got words in. You can do that very, very easy. It really is nice to actually have and do. The other thing is, where I told you about reusable slides. Remember, this, what we're doing now is really just to give you a flavour for what we've gone. So I've gone through different types of topics quite quickly, because going on our courses we go in much more detail, and you also do practice, and that's what's really important. You getting to work through and the chance to actually practice on some files as well. But we're going through here purely to show you what is available and what you can get. I've been using this about 20 years, delivering it out. There's so much, as I say, that you can do. What's happened on the later versions, though, it's becoming very much more intuitive, and it helps you. This one, like reused slides, you've just seen that presentation that I did before, so I can click on that one and I can insert using the same formatting in there, or just one, insert all the slides. and now I've inserted the full slide within the first slide. So what we've done is incorporate two different things together. Still got their own ideas, but it really is a great one to actually go through, and that was reuse slides. And it makes such a difference to people and what they're able to do. I hope that's given you a taster for what PowerPoint is about. Hope it's given you some ideas. Remember, there are shortcuts to use. Control and M. You can use W for white screen, B for black screen. You can even do arrays, so you can, if you want to draw on your presentation, you can do. One other good thing that you can do with this, you can actually insert this within a Teams document. So if you've got a Teams presentation you're doing, you can use your PowerPoint present inside Teams, and you can run the PowerPoint presentation within the Teams meeting. And that is smashing to do. We do that quite often in our team. So it's really good to actually go through and use. But go on, have a look at our website and see what's available. We do have a basic level, and we also have the advanced level on PowerPoint, and that's got some great ones. You can produce very quickly photo albums. I loved that when I did that. Really nice ones. They're nice gift to give to somebody. So have a look at what's available, and please join us for the next time. And thank you for that.